Yo, what is up, Eagles fans? It is E-Rock, and I just want to take a moment to say that I am throwing my full and entire support behind a charity event that my good friend Mark Gallagher, the guy who runs Amerikick Northeast Philadelphia, the guy I train with, you've seen stories on Instagram of me training with him. He is throwing a great charity event to bring awareness about gun violence in Northeast Philadelphia. He is putting together a charity basketball game, which I will be emceeing. There will be a DJ there. Franklin, the Sixers mascot, will be there. Basketball teams. It's a way to bring the community together with Philadelphia police and kind of start to have an open dialogue. And that's what this country needs. It's just an open dialogue between the community and the police and try to end some violence. Also raising money to renovate the YMCA. If any of these videos or any of these memes have ever made you laugh, I'm putting a link to the PayPal in my profile. Please check it out.
Yes, sir. Great event, man, that my man E-Rock is a part of, man. Make sure you tap in, man. Get down there to the Northeast Philadelphia community. You know what I'm saying? YMCA. Tap in with my guy, man. Great event. All the information is on his Instagram page. We got to talk about it real quick, man. I mean, so I hear you want to get rid of Jalen Hurts. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't agree with that. Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles took a beating, but it just could have been a loss. Had some things went in our favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really upset with Jalen Hurts. 7 starts right now. Almost half of them starts resulted in a 300-yard passing game, including the Dollars game. There was some garbage time involved with that. But for a young quarterback, there's really no such thing as garbage time. That is what you call sticking it out and, a learning experience. This is a pre-snap movement. Now, a pre-snap movement can help a young quarterback in many ways. A pre-snap movement takes the eyes of the linebackers away, confuses things, adjust coverage so a guy can, understand what he's looking at. On this play, Derek Barnett almost got there. Maybe if he would have jumped off sides, he would have got there. We know he does that a lot. Listen, a pre-snap movement, man, can help Jalen Hurts in a number of ways. Don't understand why we didn't do it. If you see a guy traveling with it, if you see a defender traveling with your offensive player, then most likely you and man, then you can adjust accordingly to know what the defense is playing before you even snap the ball. This is something simple that should be implemented for a young quarterback. We shouldn't have to beg to see a pre-snap movement. The only pre-snap movements that we're seeing are on penalties. And you know what else will help a young quarterback? How about running the ball? Free Miles Sanders, man. 2 carries is just atrocious for a featured back. It's atrocious for a featured back. But we all got the general consensus right now that it is Jalen Hurts who needs to go. Listen, man, let's talk about some situations. You throw an interception. Your defense scores 7-7. You get the ball back. You're in a prime position to run the ball in a situation like this. First quarter, why would you pass 3 times in a row? Why would you accomplish nothing? You take the lead in this game right here with a field goal. Why aren't you trying to? The playbook is open. It's not. Come on. Think about this situation where you could do whatever you got to do to keep this offense off the field and milk the clock. You can. You know what I mean? And it happened again, not just there. 14-27. If you take your time and get a nice drive sustained, it's a 6-point game and you back in the game. It doesn't turn into a blowout if you use the run. You know what I'm saying? But the Philadelphia Eagles think that they're above, simple things like that, man. Not running the ball is atrocious. And I got a theory about Nick Siriani so far. Nick Siriani is turning into one of these guys who I think is just listening to the fan base way too much. Nick Siriani in the first game, they said he didn't go deep enough. What did he do? Go deep way too much against San Fran. After the San Fran game, the offense wasn't explosive enough. What did he do? He decided to run pass after pass after pass after pass after pass, thus knocking us out of the game. The Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Sirianni got to understand that it's about football wins and that it's not about anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? Nick Sirianni, you know what I mean? He blew this San Francisco game. Multiple times he blew the San Francisco game by going too hard and not taking the points when you're supposed to take the points, especially in a close defensive battle. I don't want to come down on Nick Sirianni this hard, but the truth got to be said. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like that we kept the wrong combination around. Maybe it should have been Hurts and maybe it should have been Doug Peterson. That's what it's looking like so far to me. And let's get to the penalties, man. We're the most penalized team in the National Football League. The most penalties do 3 weeks for the Philadelphia Eagles. We have a massive discipline injury. A discipline situation. We have a massive discipline situation. This also has to be corrected because now you're starting drives backed up behind the chains almost every time. On third down, 3rd and 8s, we're jumping off sides, making 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 3s. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that hasn't changed with this football team that doesn't circulate around the quarterback. You can't put a quarterback in a position to throw the ball on 78% of the snaps and you only run the ball. Come on, let's be for real. Let's be for real. The Philadelphia Eagles, have the wrong mindset. This franchise has the wrong mindset. Getting rid of Jalen Hurts right now doesn't really help you. Now Jalen Hurts is not without blame. He's owning up to this like a man. He's taking full accountability and full responsibility. I just don't want him to be too hard on himself because he wasn't put in the best situation to succeed. Those are the bottom lines. Now you can look at his stat line and show that, hey, he went out there and fought to the bitter end. We had a quarterback that we gave $20-something million to a year who would give up when it was over. You know what I'm saying? Who are we to say we don't want to develop our young guys? Who are we to say that we should just give up on these guys? He wasn't traded to us. We picked him. Did you see the class of quarterbacks next year? Is nobody available? I know you think you're going to get Aaron Rodgers. You think you're going to get Russell Wilson. You think you're going to get all of these guys, Deshaun Watson, but you might not get them. You might have to do your due diligence and develop your guy you drafted. Look at how they speak. Only Zach Wilson has a lower rating among qualified passers to Lawrence's rating. Neither one is averaging 55% completion percentage. Neither has bought enough of a. Come on, they talking about they need tight ends. They talk about they need help. They need this. They need that to be successful. Why is the energy any different for Jalen Hurts? Read it. They're making excuses. Those dudes are horrible. Horrible. And I'm judging Jalen Hurts on the same measuring stick because this is his first, this is his first go around as a starting quarterback. We are not above development. We're not. We can't just we drafted him. It's our responsibility to develop our young talent. It's our responsibility to get the most out of Davion Teller. It's our responsibility to get the most out of Devontae Smith. And it's our responsibility to put Miles Sanders in a position to where he can impact the game. It's not the other way around. When things don't work out, you just can't start getting rid of every player. Do your job. Bring in a specialist to develop some talent. Do your job, Philadelphia. Do your job. Stop leaving it up to the fans to decide what's going on. Develop somebody. The Cowboys developed Dak, and look at the product on the field. The Seahawks developed Russell Wilson, and look at the product on the field. The Colts developed Peyton Manning. Tom Brady had to be developed. You got to develop your talent. Nobody's going to come in and get it right away. Josh Allen had to be developed a little bit. Nobody is hot and on fire from day one. Give me the guy who just impacted the game right away. Seriously, man. And this message is brought to you by Manscaped, man. Lawnmower 3.0s, Lawnmower 4.0s. They got body wash, they got cologne, they got all that good stuff, man. Use code Brunson, save 20% off and get the free shipping. And you know I fought for that for y'all.